Namaste everyone, this is Roshni Shanaz and I welcome you to this special video for sharing with you some insights on the energetic portal opening of September 9th, 2019 and the energy of the full moon which has been exerting its energies yesterday from 13th of September 2019. So I have a few notes put down from what was channeled and I would love to share that with you. So the 9th September portals, the energy portals that have opened up are extremely important for a phase of radical change that is coming for humanity. Radical change in the essence of every aspect or area of our life. It is not that everything is going to change, but certain key areas or majority of the important key areas of our everyday life is going to see a turnaround. These energetic portals are portals that are gateways taking humanity to the next level of recognizing their own power, that innate ability of limitlessness which we all have. These energetic portals that have opened up on September 9th, 2019 are highly powerful in throwing out radical changes in our everyday life. It may be in one or more key areas and factors in our life whereby each of us will be pushed to move towards that innate ability of our limitlessness. There is no complacency that is going to be taken by the universe. There is no procrastination that is going to be accepted by the universe. And each of us are going to be compelled to move towards our higher best. The universe is creating a conducive ground for most of us to take the next leap in our lives. We will be tested. There will be examinations, emotional, mental, and physical. The examination of our conviction towards our own lives, towards our own work, towards our own responsibilities. And that conviction is going to be tested at every level. And the full moon energies that started exerting its power since yesterday, from Friday the 13th of September 2019. And no, I don't want you to get scared because I believe that everything in its divine force is only about love. And we need to release any kind of fears. And sometimes when we get preempted with energy also, that this is the energy, be careful, it is trying to caution us. It is like a weather report that do not go out because it is going to rain so much. So when there are guidances given for any kind of energy preempt, I do not ever want you to get scared or feared with it, because in fact it is preparing us to know something for which we can create, all the parameters of strength around us and get into a zone of actually being in the thick of it and yet being able to come out of it with any kind of lessons. So coming back to the exertion of the full moon energies and the combination of the energetic portals that have opened on September 9th, 2019, it is extremely powerful as a combination because this is one of the closest full moons before the equinox, which is on 21st of September. So the combination of this is going to be taking humanity towards some very, very radical changes of life. And as I said, these changes may be only in one or two areas or some key factors of our life, be it relationships, be it our work, be it business, be it our health. So we have to be really, really alert and aware in executing our life with a positive mindset of knowing what is it that I need to do to better myself today. It is not going to take our complacency. It is not going to take our excuses. This energy is not going to allow us to stay plunked in our comfort zones. This energy is there for us to be sharp, to be agile, to be alert, and to do everything that we can to be prepared for the radical change that is going to unfold for us in our life. This time is also a very, very high time for the rise of the feminine power. This was also 2 years back in 2017, and the energetic portal openings of September 9, 2017 paved the way for the rise of the feminine power. And as you would have seen in the last 2 years, that's exactly what has happened. Be it women in high positions, be it women pulling the carpet or masks away from things that have been unserving in the world. It is women in leadership, or be it women coming out of their limitations and breaking free from anything that was binding them. So it is a great period to break out from your, constricted boxes of life and go head on to something that you need to achieve, not just for yourself, but for the larger good. There are people being put into, this examination sections of life so that you can break open the pathway, you can break the ice to help humanity take a certain step towards a certain matter. So you may be put into a situation not because you have to go through that rut, but because you have to create a lesson or create a certain output for larger people to be benefited out of it. So those kind of things will be going on in your life. There are people who could be facing, again, a very, very, 180-degree turnout. I'm not saying 360-degree because it's a wrong term to use. 360 is when you're back to the pavilion. So no, we don't want to be back to the pavilion where we were. We have to move ahead and each day do our best to move away from our old self, so that we are moving towards the greatness of our own being and existence. Getting to the energetic, gateways that are unfolding and opening their, doorways to us, we need to also be careful of things that we are clinging to. Any kind of unserving attachments, unhealed attachments that you are having towards things, towards people, towards your thoughts, towards your habits, towards any attribute of life, then the universe will push you to the corner, push you to the edge of the cliff to do away with them. So look around in your life. If you have been having any kind of clingy attachments to people, to thought processes or belief systems, if this happens then I'll be happy, or without this person I won't be happy, or only if this person appreciates me I will feel happy, or any kind of clingy habits that you may have which is unserving for your health, for your existence in any way. This is also a period of harvest. This full moon has also been called by many as the harvest moon or a micro moon. So it's not that the moon is micro or getting smaller. I do not know the scientific parts of that, if at all it is. But what I got within the channeling is that the moon is opening up the microscopic approach towards our life. We might have been seeing things in a macro level, which means seeing it from a distance and thinking, oh, all this is hunky-dory and all this is great and everything that glitters is gold. But no, this period is to take the microscope and go deeper into our lives and see the nonsense that we may have been doing and create a stoppage right there. It is a time where we need to kind of get so alert with ourselves, with everything that we are thinking, speaking and doing, and leave no loophole or space for us to falter. But yet we will, because we are all work in progress. So that's no problem. We all will falter. I too falter. I too get down into zones of thinking, and it's absolutely fine. So it is also a time where you will release your teething habits of judgment, opinionating someone, creating opinions about someone, or being kind of hit by opinions of other people for yourself. Criticism, judgments, gossip, slander, or good work, charity, helping, whichever it is, the harvest is going to be much, much faster. The turnaround of thinking, believing, doing something, speaking something, and harvesting that karma is going to be really, really rapid. So what you need to do is look into the space of your life where there is any slips. It is a time, it is a powerful, powerful time to create a strong base. Harvesting is not a time to go and sell your crops and be happy about it. It is a time to be careful that everything that you have sown and you are sowing right now is going to see a real-time manifestation almost. We cannot put cactus seeds and expect apple trees to grow from them. So do not be shuddered and do not be devastated when you see yourself in the bank center of a universal exam or test that the energies are putting you into. See and feel within yourself, what is it that I need to learn? What is it that I'm harvesting through this? And the more grace, gratitude, love, compassion, patience and perseverance and persistence you show in your approach, the lessons will get more karma. It is also a great time for us to learn about things that we may have ignored. There may be people around you, there may be things unfolding around you, there may be some red flags or there may be some opportunities. Either which way you may be missing them because you have been living a little complacent life or living on a macro level or not understanding the blessings in disguise. So because of this microscopic energy that is elevating now through this time and period, we will get closer to understanding the underlying truth of matters. You will be able to see through people more clearly. You will be able to see through the agendas of people or the reasons why something is unfolding. You may know the story or not know the story, but you will know that there is a story. So that deeper conviction will come over many of us if we are truly kind of trying to live through that inner voice that will be much more louder than before. It is also a time of great resurrection. Resurrection because full moon also brings in the energies of closures. It is to let go of things. It is to release things. It is to move away from things that are no more connected or in alignment to what we have to do for ourselves or for the world and surroundings. It will help us to see better. It will help us to know better. So with these closures, we might find radical destruction of matters, destruction of beliefs, destruction of certain unserving friendships or relationships. And it will yet be in a comfortable zone where we will not feel the hit. Things that could have been detrimental to you 5 years later, 3 years later, the mask will be removed in such a way that yes, it might come as a shocker, but that shock will have its shock absorbance within you. And the energy will enwrap you in such a way that you will not be deterred or you will not be broken and shaken. You will be able to take it. You will be able to assimilate that the so-called hate, and you will be able to kind of seep it in to know why did it happen and say thank God it happened now rather than later. So it is going to be like a phoenix rising from the ashes, and it will be a resurrection for many in many different ways. It is going to be a time and period where your traits of feminine compassion, understanding, caring, and it's not just for females. We all are built in with the masculine and feminine energies and traits. Our left side exerts the feminine traits. Our right side of the energy exerts the masculine traits. And both of these are combined. But the elevation of the traits is more when we are incarnated or birthed in the form of a woman, or the female energy form, or the male energy form. But nonetheless, both are present in it. So this full moon is also, and every full moon is also a great period for balancing of our masculine and feminine energies. So a lot of times when we women are the sole bread earners, or we would have had responsibilities on our heads to start earning at a very early life and so on, have these imbalances of the masculine traits that rise in us. And so many times it becomes difficult to deal with men at work. It would be difficult to find the right partner for a long period of time, because actually it is the male energy that's clashing with the male energy. And because in a normal stance it is the female energy that attracts the male energy, we repel the energy and therefore are unable to find our partners. So asking for the balance in this high energy period, you will also open up the gateways for many to find their right partners. See in your life where you might be having these male dominating traits which are stronger. And the same thing goes for males who might have been in a very nurturing upbringing and be very soft-spoken or very, calm, and people would be saying, oh, you are much like a female, oh, औरतों की तरह क्यों behave कर रहा है, kind of a thing. But that is not the thing. I'm not talking of a different preference. I'm talking of proper males and proper conventional females who have the traits of being stronger or softer in its opposites. So even those kind of males who have, please do not feel there is anything wrong, because the compassion needs to be exercised, that understanding needs to be exercised. When you're dealing with your team at work, you are being more understanding and compassionate towards others who are not in the same wavelength. And that would be exercising your female traits or your feminine traits within you, of the energy that is like omnipresent and latent in all of us. So it is a great time for us to ask the universe and the full moon energies to balance that. People going through mood swings and emotional turmoils, we will also be seeing these roller coaster emotions that will be happening. One day you are all gung-ho and I'm there and I'm going to do it. And the next day you'll be, what's happening in my life and I don't want to do anything and what is this all for? It's all right. Do not judge yourself and just come back into your own being and know that yes, there are energies that are, working in a certain way, and either I'm in alignment with that flow or I'm not aligned with that flow. So praying through this full moon energies and right up to the equinox and thereafter, which is 21st of September, it'll help us to bring in more and more balance in our way of life, in our approach, in our understanding. That in this energetic period also, as I said, we have to cut away from everything that is unserving, and if you're clinging on to something, it will take you away. If you are not amicably understanding and seeing the red flags of the universe and pulling back, then the universe will create a situation where inevitably you will have to pull back. So not reaching that point, let us pray for helping us, that may the angels, the masters, the divine beings and all of the universe help us to cut away and, sever our attachments and cords that are draining us from all these unserving things in our life. Of this clinging, of this, draining habits, addictions, cravings, bad habits in food, lifestyle, it could be whatever. Relationships. Pray for all the blessings from the universe to flow towards you, your surroundings and the entire world. Because there are many in the world who cannot handle the radical change, who cannot handle the energy, who do not understand, or some who do not believe But whether we believe it or not, the energy is exerting itself. We are expending energy all the time, and it is doing its work. We either are with it or without it, in the essence of doing our monkey business and going a different way. So let us work towards things that will make us more positive. Ask for the release of all kind of unserving emotions of hatred, unforgiveness, judgments, comparisons, hurt, resentment, humiliation, or anything that you may have experienced. Just release it all to the universe. Open up your inner energy of your receiving channels. So when you empty all this unserving and you cut away from what is not for your highest benefit and best, you will also create space for the goodness in financial and abundance of every kind, be it love, be it relationships, be it time, be it creativity, be it ideas, be it people that you want to welcome in your life. So open up these gateways of praying to the universe to empty you of all the draining aspects and to fill you with the fresh, new and vital from the universe that will take you and move you towards your highest best in every area of life. And yes, today being also the time period of, the moon changing its phase of being full and receding. A full moon recedes as it goes towards a new moon. It also is an aspect of retreat. Also is an aspect of leaving behind things that we don't really need. Minimalize your needs is not the thing. Minimalize your wants. And as wants decrease, the needs will take care of themselves. So it is also a time period where we need to look into and see what can I leave behind today? What can I recede? What can I release? What can I shed? What can I move away from? With that, pay attention to closing all karmic chapters. This manifestation and harvesting period is a great cycle of karma as well, as karma is harvesting. So pray that you may be able to amicably close all the karmic chapters. You may have the strength to stand through the roller coaster of life, if at all you are going through any radical lessons in your life right now. And may the love of God, the love of the universe empower you to stand in that whirlpool of life and yet be that center point which is still aligned and grounded in its core. So lots of love to you all, and may you be blessed with all that you need for your spiritual and earthly growth. Pray for the balance in all aspects of your life, and come what may, do not be shaken. Come what may, hold on to God, hold on to that conviction of your faith in the universe, and know everything that happens shall pass. Thank you so much for all your love and support at all the times. Come to our YouTube channel and you can see a lot of meditations, go through a lot of empowering talks, seminars and earlier angel messages. And if there is anything that you want to ask about the energies or about the full moon, then please put it into the comments below and I shall do my best to answer them as soon as possible in the next 1 or 2 days. So have a great harvesting period, and may each one have the wisdom to sow the seeds of love and goodness in your lives. So stay blessed, loved and protected in love and light, and super duper Godspeed.